Majin Buu, Majin Buu. Whoa! This episode of Dragon Ball Super. Like, all of the fights that Majin Buu has had up until this point, Go Tanks, all the fights, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, honestly, I would say, aside from the fight with Beerus, which, let's be clear, that wasn't a fight. It wasn't Majin Buu versus Beerus. It was Beerus stomping the shit out of him, period. So, aside from that, out of all the fights Majin Buu has had throughout the years, honestly, I can say that this is probably one of the best ones. I mean, his fight with Kid Buu got in that ass, and it was a great fight too. But this fight, man, for him being on the level and everything, and it kind of makes me think, okay, if Majin Buu was able to take this guy out, and he put in some work, all under the assumption as well that Majin Buu isn't stronger. If anything, maybe he's a bit weaker than he was at the end of the Buu arc when he fought Kid Buu. Then it's safe to say that Basil was probably maybe weaker or around Kid Buu's level, which isn't nothing to sniff at the end of the day. Not, snicker like, because that's a pretty strong thing. But if Buu was able to defeat him, then yeah, he was around there, because at the end of the day, that's around the power level that Kid Buu was, stomping at Majin Buu, and Basil was getting in that ass. I love that this is how we starting shit. We're not starting it with no pansy shit. Like, if you even compare this to the Universe 6 arc, already this is starting off great. This is starting off with better fight than majority of what we got in Universe 6, because aside from like some of the hit fights and fight here or there, most of those fights were pretty tame. And I think one of the reasons why these fights can be going all out is the fact that we don't really have weak people around. We don't have like civilians like Bulma or Chi-Chi or anybody that can actually get hurt. So I'm kind of in a way hoping after an episode like this that we're not gonna have in the real tournament Bulma and all them in the stands, and if they are, I hope that they're very protected by like Kai's or something like that, because they were able to go all out, and even in the process, having Mr. Satan there was kind of a bad move because he almost got killed. I mean, it was a good move in the end because it motivated the shit out of Buu, which Buu going in, the art, the animation, when he was like, yo, you hurt Mr. Satan. When he said, you hurt Mr. Satan, I knew it. I knew it was finished for Basil, and him having that transformation power up, which honestly, I kind of felt as though it was a little bit cheating in a sense of him throwing that to him. It'd be different if he had it on him, and even then, that's an extra thing that's not a part of his body. So I was kind of like, that seems a little bit dirty, but I guess analyzing the Kai of Universe 9, which is, I'm assuming that's, where they're from, if I'm not mistaken, the Kai there, he's a vicious little asshole. Like, even Kibito was like, yeah, he's pretty fucking rude for a Kai, so that actually adds diversity, because based on us seeing our Supreme Kai and Gowas and shit like that, they seem pretty nice people, they seem like they were pretty good. I mean, aside from, of course, Zamas, which he was a whole other type of person. Let's be clear. Zamas was not, for the faint of heart, but ultimately that gives a good, nice change to, okay, there are some assholes out there that are Supreme Kais. How do they get that position? Being an asshole, I don't fucking know, but he was definitely a piece of shit, which kind of seems like a contrast to the God of Destruction of that universe, which we haven't seen too much of him, but he doesn't seem like an evil asshole based on what we've seen thus far. He seems pretty chill. I think his name was Syndra. I can't really remember what his name is, but he seems like he's chill, but the Kai from that world or that universe doesn't seem like a nice guy. Now, another thing I wanted to point out, when they were, calling bullshit and saying, yo, Majin Buu should have won, this should have been a ring out, and the Grand Priest jumped in and was like, no rules here like that, bro. Even though this is inspired by the Budokai, this is inspired by the tournaments we've had on Earth, and, kind of even Universe 6 to a certain degree, which I don't think they actually did ring out. I can't really remember. No, they did do ring out in Universe 6, but the Grand Priest, or the Great Priest, whatever the hell you want to call him, was like, nah, that's not working. And it kind of went into the mind of the Omni King, and he's like, no, I want to see more. This is so exciting. But it makes me think, why would the Grand Priest want more than that? I mean, honestly, yeah, it could be, oh, okay, he just wants to please the Omni King. He wants to show the Zenos a great fight and all that, which that was already pretty awesome and action-packed, and this is just a preliminary. This isn't the main tournament or anything like that, and they saw a little snippet of some good action. But he wanted it a step further. He wanted the fight to last until somebody can't fight anymore, or if somebody's, completely dead, so to speak. And it's making me think, he amped up the Omni King to a certain degree with those thoughts. And if he's essentially one of the people raising Zeno, the Omni King, which again, he has like the mind of a child, he's a little guy, and he kind of has this incredible power, but he's a little, young-minded child in a sense, and the Grand Priest is raising him. maybe some of the violent tendencies of destroying shit, again, could be attributed to the Grand Priest, the Great Priest, because why else would he be like, nah, no rules, motherfucker, like, those rules don't apply here, when it was just fine. They already saw a decent amount of action, so that kind of caught my interest in this. Another thing, again, going back to Mr. Satan getting hurt, which is, again, like, we can't have civilians in this tournament. And I mean, Mr. Satan getting hurt in general, it looked like he could have died right there, which is like, yeah, for future references, keep the weaklings behind people. Like, Mr. Satan is pretty much the only weakling. Well, no, I take that back. The Supreme Kais can get wrecked as well, which means that they need to be on their tippy toes. They really need to be paying attention, because right then and there, if we have a colossal battle and one of the kinds get hurt or die, that can affect the tournament. So that's kind of showcasing, again, that this tournament is going to be all out. And as far as the fight goes, I mean, just Majin Buu kicking ass. Basil was kicking him around and shit like that. And I gotta say, again, one of the best fights, one of the most toughest fights Majin Buu has had, aside from Kid Buu, and of course the ass stomping that he took from Beerus. Just excellent shit, honestly. Everything from him impressing people with the hole between his chest and shit like that. I was like, good shit. Now, am I hopeful that Buu is going to be able to repeat this glorious, epic victory in the main tournament? I think this is probably the golden nugget that we're going to get from Majin Buu. In the next, the big tournament, I don't know if he'll be able to replicate this. I don't know how many matches he's going to have, but I don't necessarily see him getting another big win like he got in this one. I mean, when he did that Kamehameha pose and just blasted the shit out of Basil in his big hulking form, which I wouldn't be surprised if he has that form, then probably the other dogs have that as well. But and I'm calling them dogs, but they're wolves. You get what I mean. Which, it's also interesting. Let's quickly talk about the fact that Goku can't sense their ki. They're like kind of invisible regarding their ki. So I'm kind of curious, is it their power? Is it that they have a different type of ki that isn't even God ki or anything like that? It's totally different. Or maybe you can't sense the ki from different people from different universes. That's something that is kind of something you could talk about. I mean, then again, I'm pretty sure they could have sensed Zamos's ki, so maybe that theory isn't the same, but they are wolf people, so maybe it's different. Or maybe it could be something because they have, different things that aren't a part of their bodies. Maybe they take some sort of, antidote, so to speak, that hides their ki, and that's why Goku and none of them could sense their ki. And again, overall, awesome fight. Loved it. Great fight, honestly. And the ending. Let's talk about the ending, because Big Man Gohan is getting ready to jump in the ring. He's like, Otosan! Otosan! Took the glasses off. Motherfucker took the glasses off, and he's ready to go. And I'm like, oh, the Gohan fandom's right now like, oh, what the fuck is going to happen right now? And that's what's right now got on my mind. Honestly, we had an incredible fight. Awesome episode overall. And then Gohan's like, yo, I want to test my limits right now. I want to see how strong I am. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, all right, what we've been waiting for is coming, which seemingly it'll probably be wrapped up in next week's episode if they're doing like one fight per episode. So it'll probably be a one. I would love 2 episodes or even 3 episodes, but probably it'll be 1 episode. But I guess we got to start off with asking a big question. Do you think Gohan's taking it or he's taking the L? Like, what do you think based on, and if you know some of the spoilers and you know what's about to happen, more or less, you think Gohan's taking the win? Because even, let's just say, for example, Gohan took the L, or no, matter of fact, let's say he took the win. Based on what the Grand Priest has been doing and wanting to show just non-stop fights, that don't necessarily mean that he's going to, stop okay, they got 2 wins, it's over. Maybe he might say, even if Gohan gets the win, that, okay, yeah, Goku's still going to have to fight. We want to showcase everything that these universes have to offer. So Gohan still could win, and we could get Goku, because based on the trailer that we got a while back, we did see Goku fighting that final wolf guy. I forget what his name is. They have weird names. Or Bergamore? It might be Bergamore, because this one is Lavenda. So yeah, we did see Goku fighting Bergamore in one of the trailers. So it very well could be that Gohan could still win and Goku could still have his fight or whatever. So that's just depending. But yeah, do you guys think Gohan's going to take it? What did you think about this incredible fight between Majin Buu and Basil? Basil thought he had it. And did you think it was overall hype? Are you disappointed that it was all contained in 1 episode, or you like it like this, more fast paced? I mean, it's great on pacing part, like, we don't have to wait 10 episodes of Majin Buu going boo and shit like that. So it's good on that aspect, but I'm sure there are some people that will probably want longer fights. Personally, when we get down to the nitty gritty, like, you know, the female Broly that we've seen in the trailer and shit like that, I want 2-3 episode fights. I'm just saying. And if it's not gonna be the case like that, at least give us multiple fights with, you know, those bigger, more important characters. But still, overall, excellent fight, excellent episode. Mr. Satan getting hurt, Buu getting a win, Buu having a not really struggle because he was having fun with it. He was like, yo, the only thing that struggled was his emotions when he saw Mr. Satan getting hurt. So yeah, honestly, I'm giving this episode a 9. I thought it was a great episode, great fight, really handling this tournament properly, and already this one fight felt better than a good chunk of the Universe 6 fights, and that's a whole arc, the Universe 6 tournament, so that's kind of saying a lot if you think about it in that regard, of course. And again, some people shit on Universe 6, so it is what it is. But yeah, overall great episode. Your overall thoughts of this episode, how did you feel about Majin Buu getting the win, and what do you think about Gohan? Is he going to take the L, or is he going to get a fucking incredible victory? And do you feel anything regarding him kind of being like, yeah, I'm taking next? Do you feel a little pride? I feel pride in that at the very least, that he's not whimpering out like, Father, you go first. Like, like, at least he's actually saying, I want to see how strong I am right now. And your overall thoughts, I love the episode, 9 out of 10. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.